Thomas, well, the push is on in Iowa with campaigning getting more intense, but candidates may be looking over their shoulders for Texas Governor Rick Perry, because while Republicans are expected to be focused on the straw poll in Iowa Saturday, Politico reports Perry will compete for airtime and make it official in South Carolina, declaring he is at least going to declare that he's running for president. David Yepsen is the director of Paul Simon Public Policy Institute at Southern Illinois University, but he was the political reporter for the Des Moines Register for 34 years. Shira Toeplitz is a political reporter for Roll Call. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So, David, you have to talk to me every 4 years, whether you like it or not. And even when you moved, we make you talk to us. What are you looking for in Iowa this weekend? Because nobody knows this state and the presidential politics better than you do.
Well, for better or worse, this straw poll has an impact on the race. I think it does replace the caucuses themselves a little bit in terms of impact. The straw poll does one of two things or both. One, it will elevate somebody out of obscurity. We've seen that in the past with people like Mike Huckabee. And secondly, it will serve to start winnowing the field. Some of these candidates are on life support. And if they do poorly in the straw poll, they're going to find it hard to raise money. I think a lot of eyes are on Tim Pawlenty here as having to do or die, so to speak, in this straw poll.
Yeah, let's take a look at this latest poll. Mitt Romney leading with 24%, but then you have Rick Perry, Ron Paul, Bachmann, Gingrich, Kane. Yeah, interesting to see who's number two, the guy who's not in Iowa. Is that how you see this, that this is going to winnow the field? And can this be a field that supports both a Rick Perry and a Michelle Bachmann?
I think it's interesting that Rick Perry chose this weekend, of all weekends, to kind of basically say he's in the race. Yeah, totally coincidence. I mean, he couldn't do these events on Sunday or Monday or any other day this week. I mean, it's particularly interesting to me, too, because Rick Perry's the kind of candidate who could compete well in Iowa. And I think there is a room in the field for someone like him and Michelle Bachmann. So it's interesting. Why would he do it on Saturday when he could do it later and not, you know, and make nice with some of the Iowa activists who might be caucusing for him in January?
We have to talk about the Newsweek cover with Michelle Bachmann because it's getting so much play out there. Take a look at the picture. And here is what Bachmann had to say about it.
You seen it yet?
I have not.
Okay, it's a big close-up, sort of a wild-eyed photo with the headline, Queen of Rage.
Aha. Well, we'll have to take a look at that, won't we? A lot of criticism. So Tina Brown released this statement. Michelle Bachmann's intensity is galvanizing voters in Iowa right now, and Newsweek's cover captures that. What do you think about that, David?
I don't think it captures it at all. I think the photograph should not have been used. It's becoming a distraction. You know, this happens to women politicians all the time. Women are often judged by their appearance, and here we go again with another flap over the appearance of a female candidate. They could have used a much different photograph to reflect the intensity that Michelle Bachmann shows here. And, you know, Lois Romano, who wrote the piece, I know her well. She's a very good reporter. But this kind of photograph just eclipses the story. So my read on this is that Newsweek should not have done this. They're going to milk it for a lot of publicity and attention for themselves. They're in the business of selling magazines. I get that. But I don't think they should have used a photograph that was this unflattering. David, always good to see you. Shira, wish we had more time. Come back.
Absolutely.
You're on your way to Iowa. Thanks to both of you. And we'll be right back.